Let us move on to the 35th Shloka of Soundarya Lahari, the theme for which is Vishwa Vapu. Vapu is a name for a body in Sanskrit. Every word in Sanskrit is consciously crafted and holds the essence of why that word is used. So, Sharira has one kind of a meaning. Deha has one kind of meaning. Vapu, there are, Gatra, many names for the physical body. But Vapu, Vishwa Vapu is the form, the body, the physical body of the cosmos, the entire creation. So this is the theme, and this is the representative image where she, in her physical presence, is situated like this, and there is something that she is manifesting as. There are different aspects, there are different chakras that you see along the spine. We'll see how all of this comes about once we understand the words of this shloka deeper. We'll come back to this image. But coming to the meaning of the prayoga of the shloka, this sadhana for this particular shloka has to be done facing east for a period of 45 days with 1000 chant for each day. And the Naivedya is madhu, which is honey, and kshiranam, which is rice cooked in milk. The Siddhi, the benefit that pertains to this shloka, as this has been compiled and prescribed in the Lakshmi Dhara Vyakhya, is Kshaya Roga Nivaranam. Kshaya is decay, literally. There are many English correlations to what that means, but Kshaya in essence means a decay of the body. And this avoids that. That is why I keep telling you guys that the Naivedya that is being offered is not that the deity which is being worshipped is now coming to eat it. It is so that the sadhana that we are doing, this Naivedya helps us fortify it and brings us that benefits from within. And this is the yantra and the bija mantra that corresponds to this. You see the sounds are also related. The whole science of Tantra is very intricate. I just present this so that this layer, this aspect of the shloka is also presented and one is aware of before going into the lyrical part of it. I'll chant this now. You can now listen to it and follow along with the words. Then we'll do the words one by one, each individual word. Then we'll look at the meaning, and then we can chant the whole shloka together. Manastvam vyomatvam marudasi marutsarathirasi tvamapastvam bhumi tvayi parinatayam nahi param tvameva svatmanam parinamayitum vishvavapusha Chidanandakaram Shiva Yuvati Bhavena Bibhrishe. A very beautiful shloka again. Let's now look at the words of it. As we are slowly inching towards the end of the first part of Soundarya Lahari. See, the second part comes much more to her physical description of the goddess, the Soundarya, which means literally the beauty of the goddess, will be described in the second half. Slowly, previously he said, you are Shiva's body and Shiva is your soul. Now he's slowly getting into the technical aspects of how you are the physical manifest body. From the next shloka, it will get even deeper in terms of physical descriptions. But please repeat the words after me. Manastvam. Manaha plus tvam becomes manastvam. Vyoma tvam. Marudasi is split as marut. Asi becomes marudasi. Marut sarathi rasi. This is split as marut plus sarathi plus asi. Telugu people especially, please do not chant this as marut saradhi, because kadha, saradhi, manmadha, tha keeps becoming dha all the time. But this is sarathi. Marut sarathi rasi. Tvamapas tvam bhumihi. The split here is tvam apaha tvam bhumihi. Tvamapas tvam bhumihi. Tvayi parinatayam. Please make sure you pronounce this as parinata and not parinata. The na versus na. I know, especially if there are foreigners, if there are non-Indic language speakers in the audience, you might not really hear this difference also, but how to pay that attention, how to roll the tongue back, what kind of attention to pay to make sure that the distinction between na and na is clear is gone through in a lot of detail in Shuddhi. You can also find recorded videos of that in the members only section of the Sanskrit channel. But this is parinatayam na hi param tvameva svatmanam parinamayitum vishva vapusha. There are two kinds of shas here. The first one is vishva. Telugu people, it is not sha. A lot of people have taught you that it is Shakuntala, Sharada. Vishva is fine. Vishva vapusha. That sha, shanmukha, shatkorna, is shadana, is much more thicker. Vishva vapusha chidanandakaram chit ananda akaram. Chidanandakaram Shiva Yuvati Bhavena Bibhrishe. So these are the words of the shloka. We'll see how they can be understood one by one. So where is this? It might look a little longer than the previous one, but don't mind. It's just smaller words stacked. So that is why it just looks longer. Once again, we see there are three key ideas being conveyed, and those three key ideas are being supported by smaller words, other words of the shloka, which are layered one step below the key ideas. Let's see how that is. So the first key idea that Adi Shankaracharya is saying is Tvam Asi. Tvam, we know by now, Tvam is you. Asi are you are. Tvamasi is you are. Manaha, you are the mind. Vyoma, you alone, you yourself are the space too. Marut, the wind. Marut Sarathi, the one who rides the wind, is fire. Apaha, water. Bhumihi, earth. In that sequence, Manastvam, Vyomatvam, Marut Asi, Marut Sarathi Rasi, Tvamapas, Tvam Bhumihi. Look at the beauty of Sanskrit language, that you can actually fit all the elements of creation, the Pancha Bhutas and the Manas, in that sequence, in Chandas, in that same rhythm. You see what I'm pointing at? He did not change the order of these words. From Bhumi, Apaha, Agnihi, Vayuhu, Akashaha and Manas, it is all in a sequence. If you go up, it is from the densest to the subtlest, and downwards from the subtlest to the densest. And when he is saying that she is all of these, she is the subtlest of them all, and from there it's getting denser and denser and denser, and it's becoming earth finally in the process of creation. And the words in the shloka themselves, in that rhythm, which is the same across all the shlokas, the words fit perfectly. That is why he used Marut Sarathi for Agni. He did not say Tvam Agnihi. He said Tvam Marut Sarathi. And Sanskrit has that flexibility within it to just use 100 different words to fit something into beautiful poetic meter. So once again, Manastvam, Vyomatvam, Marut Asi, Marut Sarathi Rasi, Tvam Apaha, Tvam Bhumihi. Saying it is you alone, O Goddess, who has become all these aspects of physical creation, which once again are present in the same sequence in the physical body. Mind at the top, space at the throat, which is the Shabda, the element that corresponds to space is sound, and Shabda is at the throat, at the Vishuddhi. Agnya being the mind, Vishuddhi being the space, Anahata, the wind element, being at the heart chakra, Vayu, and Marutsarati, the fire, being at Manipuraka, at the belly, and Apaha, which is water element, being one step below that water element. You see how it is getting actual physical correlation makes sense. Air here at the heart, at the lungs in general, then sound here, air, and fire and water, and finally at Muladhara, where the intestines are, earth, and below that. It's physically like along the spine in that same sequence. And this is how you have manifest yourself in your physical form as the Panchabhutas, even within the body. So Tvamasi, you are all of these elements, he is saying. Nahi param. Param is something beyond. He's saying there is nothing beyond. Beyond what? Tvayi, in you. Parinatayam. Parinata is full-fledgement, blossoming, attaining completion, fruition. Parinata is Paripakvata. Parinata is attaining completion and gaining mastery. In all of this, in you, there is nothing else beyond that. Even Sadhguru keeps saying this, that the entire essence of yoga is just Bhuta Shuddhi, gaining refinement and mastery of the elements. And once that is it. Once somebody attains perfection in that, there is nothing else beyond that. That is the ultimate objective of one's pursuits. So he's saying, Tvayi parinatayam. Beyond the full-fledgement in yourself, nahi param, there is nothing beyond that. Next, he says, this is a very playful depiction. Tvam eva bibhrushe. We have already understood the tvam, which is you. Eva is alone, emphasizing it. You alone. Bibhrushe. This bibhrushe, bibharti. Anybody can you guess what this is coming from? Which other word across Indian languages comes from this bibhrushe, bhrit dhatu? I really want you guys to guess, because I found it extremely funny and fascinating when I was going through this and understood it like that. Tvameva bibhrushe. You alone. Bibhrushe is hold, take charge of, take responsibility of whatever. But which worldly colloquial term have you already heard this bibhrushe in bhrit? Any guesses? Pranav ji, Santosh ji, Soumya ji, Amita ji. I want you to take a guess. Molly ji might not know, but anybody who has any Indic language background knows. Bhrit. Guesses. The hint is, think of in the previous one he said they have that sambandha, the mutual relationship, Shiva and Shakti. Bhrit. Brother is a good guess. But bharna is a closer guess. Jayashri ji, yes, it's closer. Bharta, there you go. Yes, Bharta and Bharya. Both. Bharta and Bharya as well. But generally, how it is understood, yes, you guys are right. Rajalakshmi ji, you got it. So Bharta, Santosh ji got it first, I guess. Bharta as a word. Bibhrushe, Bhrit is bhar ko vahna. Again, somebody said bhar. Oh no, they said bharlo. It's bhara. And that Bharta is somebody who holds that bhara. So, jo bhar ko vahta hai, the one who upholds that responsibility, that takes charge of it, is called Bharta usually. And the one who is taken care of, the one who is taken responsibility for and who is taken charge of is Bharya. That is the colloquial usage. But here, Adi Shankara is saying, you are the one who takes charge. You are the one who bibhrushes. You are the Bharta in this relationship. You alone initiate it, take charge and take responsibility for. And for whom? Chidanandakaram. You alone, you are the driver in this relationship. And you take charge of whom? Chit Ananda Akaram. He does not have any physical form. You have all these physical attributes. You have manifest yourself in a physical form. He who is of the form akara of chit ananda, of the just the bliss of consciousness. Doesn't have any physical tangible um, presence. He is intangible beyond physical. You take charge of him. Chidanandakaram tvam eva bibhrushe. How do you take charge of him? Shiva yuvati bhavena. Bhavena in the form of, as being through the bhava of Shiva yuvati, as being his wife. But you are in fact the one taking charge. Shiva yuvati bhavena tvam eva bibhrushe chit ananda akaram. And why are you doing that? The next word describes it. Parinamayitum. Parinama is a consequence, or we saw the parinata, the word before, which is to attaining fulfillment, fruition, completion. In order to manifest, to get that, to get to the form, to solidify, to manifest yourself, to manifest whom? Swa Atmanam, to manifest your own Swa Atma self, to manifest your own self, which again was Lord Shiva, to bring that into a physical form. In what kind of a physical form? Vishwa Vapusha. To manifest your own self in a cosmic form, through a cosmic presence. You alone have now taken charge of the one who is beyond physical presence, Chid, who is of the form of the bliss of consciousness, Chid Ananda Akaram, Shiva Yuvati Bhavena, in the form of Shiva's wife. So if we have to look at all the words at once, Tvam asi manaha vyoma marut marutsarathi apaha bhumihi nahi param tvai parinatayam tvameva bibhrushe chidananda akaram shiva yuvati bhavena parinamayitum swa atmanam vishva vapusha. In order to manifest your own self through a cosmic form, you yourself take charge, and in the form of being the wife of the one who is of the form of the bliss of consciousness, and you alone have become the mind, space, wind, fire, water, and earth, and there is nothing beyond gaining mastery and fulfillment and completion in you. This is the meaning of this 35th shloka. With the meaning of these words in our minds, let us now chant this shloka one more time. And of course, this is a representative image where she has manifested herself as the 6 physical aspects of creation by taking charge, and she being the leading force in this relationship between Shiva and Shakti, where Shiva, who is the ultimate bliss of consciousness, who has no physical form of his own, she has become his physical form and is manifesting her inner self as a cosmic form. The shloka goes like this. You can now chant this along with me. Manastvam vyomatvam marudasi marutsarathirasi tvamapastvam bhumi tvayi parinatayam nahi param tvameva svatmanam parinamayitum vishvavapusha chidanandakaram shiva yuvati bhavena bibhrushe. So I hope you guys are enjoying the shlokas and their essence as much as I am, because how relishable, how profound expression, poetic expression that Adi Shankaracharya has, on top of infusing all these tantric significance and this prayoga inside them.